The employer's mindset, the independent thinker's mindset, is such that I will create the change that I want to see in my own life. If I don't like the way something is, I will create a plan to leave it. I'm not going to make excuses for why I have to tolerate parts of my life that I don't like. I will cut out the parts of my life that I don't like. Again, you cannot become a millionaire just because you say, I want to be a millionaire, therefore I will be a millionaire. That's not going to happen. That's not realistic. What I am saying is that by subtraction, you do have the choice to remove portions of your life that you don't like so that you can move on. And my dad was really crucial in teaching me this from a very young age. You see, where most parents say, I am the dad, you are the kid, you listen to me because, he wasn't like that. And and today where you see all these kids getting away with murder and running around treating their parents like shit and being little wise asses, you hear a lot of people say, I wish we had a throwback to when I was a kid and your parents just beat you and you did what you did because. I believe that both of those strategies are wrong. The strategy where you let your little chicken shit smart-ass kid go around thinking that he's a genius and doing whatever he wants doesn't work. The strategy of saying, fuck you, I'm the dad, I'm going to beat you if you don't listen to me, doesn't work either. My dad worked with me on the concept of mutual respect. Whether I was 2 years old, 12 years old, 22, 25, he always treated me with respect. My dad did not believe that you were just respected because you're old, that you're just respected because you're the boss. He believed that in every situation in life, you have to earn respect, even if it is from a 2-year-old. You always have to earn respect from people in order for them to listen to you. And it's one of the reasons my dad was very, very good with kids. And he thought the same with me. If I thought that something should be a certain way or I was doing something I should have been doing, he didn't just go, don't do that. He would ask me questions about what I wanted to do, what I enjoyed, where I wanted to go in life, what I wanted to do even that evening. And he would explain to me how what I was doing was going to cause me misery and great pain down the line. And he talked to me like an adult, and he was serious and honest about it. And I almost always listened to him. I can't remember the last time that I was punished by my dad. And even when I was punished when I was like 5 and 6 years old, he never said, you're punished, you're grounded. He had something called a thinking chair. He said, you sit in this chair, and I'm going to talk to you about this. He would talk to me for 10 to 20 minutes, and then he'd say, I want you to think about it. Just sit in the chair for 10 or 20 minutes and think about it. And then we'd come back and we'd talk some more. And again, that's something that most people, they just don't encourage their kids to do, like the thinking chair. I want you to think. He actually wanted me to think, not just think about what you did. He wanted me to think about what we talked about. And my dad himself, while never being an entrepreneur, while never being a boss, while never being a manager, he was never a small business owner. He did not have an employee mindset. Even though he had never run his own company, he was always subservient to employers throughout his career and his life. He never had an employee mindset. So in addition to the fact that he taught me to think, he also taught me by example that you do not live life with an employee mindset. You do not live life with the idea that if something is a certain way, that you simply just deal with it just because. That if you don't like something, you cannot just say, I want to go out with Christy Brinkley. I want $1 million and you get it. But what you do is you look at your life and you look at what you don't like and you seek to change it. And you can, and that's one of the things that he was always doing.